This is Nereida La Sirena with Celestial Soul Wellness, and today we're talking about the universal laws. There are about 20 good universal laws, and some people have condensed it to 12 or 7, but I'm going to be going over all of them because they have some validity separate, as opposed to putting them all together. The Christ consciousness from Jesus Christ, his universal law, just love others, do unto others as you would do unto yourself, right? So that is essentially a good one. And if you continue to always apply that, then, whatever you would want done to you, that's how you would with others. But now let's go on to the universal law of harmony. The universal law of harmony really supersedes a lot of other laws, such as the law of karma. Okay? For harmony is the supreme potential of balance. The purpose of karma is to attain harmony. Okay? And the universal law of harmony, one has to remember, that's coming from within. What is when people say, oh, I just want some peace, that is a perception. You don't feel peace because you are or we are uncomfortable with something that is going on, which means we are ignorant on how to adjust ourselves in that situation or that issue or that problem. So the universal law of harmony creates karma because of our feelings of guilt, resentment, regret, rejection. I call them the 5 R's, okay? And remember, those 5 R's emotions are carried in the liver. You have a fatty liver, you got to do a lot of energy healing on those 5 R's to release those emotions. That was a quick health note because remember, you can cleanse it out physically, but if you keep having those emotions, you're embedding it in your mitochondria within the cells, okay? And those create toxins and creates the fatty liver. So you'll just be doing whatever you were doing before. So detoxification without renewing or restructuring a different lifestyle can only make it all happen again. So remember that. But going back to that, because of all that, one creates karma. So because of our liver, we create karma, which creates a disharmony in our lives. So the nice thing about our liver, if you eat vegan, okay, raw vegan, for 3 years, you can have a whole new liver. It rejuvenates itself, okay, completely, which is awesome, okay? And so by releasing all those negative emotions, one gets that law of harmony. Harmony, too, Feng Shui, is a good way of creating harmony in the home. One has to have the harmony in the home. And what always remember, too, is for some people, harmony is having minimal items, and other people, because they don't know how to function within the materials. But harmony also is not creating attachment. It is staying detached, okay, from material items and also from other people. Okay, we create karma because we have an attachment to the other people. We have an attachment to the other people because of our need of love, and we are looking on the outside of ourselves for that need of love instead of going inside of ourselves and stay connected with the universe and with the divine creator of all that is. Remember, I like to use the example of the word in Spanish, without, sin, sin, because it means without, and literally that is where the origin of the word sin in English comes from, because of the Latin. Remember, the Roman Catholic Church conducted their ceremonies, their masses in Latin. Okay, so a lot of our religious words are Latin based. And what sin meant was really in its origin form is not bad doings, okay? It means it was doings based on not being connected to source. Because if we're connected to source and the divine creator of all that is, and the universe, we're not going to need to do wrong things or bad things, okay? I mean, we don't have to hear certain comments, and you know, we're going to stay connected and being aware. And that's what's really important, because when we are staying connected, we are staying in harmony, in flow, all right? You can go against the waves, but you're not going to get as fast. Okay, a lot of times we think, oh, but you know, I have to do this and that so that way I can grow. Yes, we grow. I'm not saying to not think outside of the box. It's okay to think outside of the box. In fact, some of our greatest inventions were because we thought outside of the box. What is necessary, though, is going with the harmony, the flow of the universe when thinking outside of that box. And that is what's very important. So remember, is for harmony, remembering that harmony is the supreme potential energy of balance. And we have to have harmony. But it's not up to other people to create our peace and harmony. It is up to us to perceive that. And I'm laughing at myself right now, because just this morning I berated my adult son for what I considered wasn't harmony in the kitchen, and I fired him from the kitchen. Okay, and I really had to make a decision: was I going to berate him or not? And I had noticed that there was a continuous things of not getting washed after he had been in there. He's gonna hate it when I share these things. And I waited, and I had told him nicely a couple times in the past week, you know, and I don't know what happened. He usually is very good, but this past week he just kind of got a little bit, I don't want to use the word sloppy, but yeah, sloppy, forgetful, whatever things were on his mind. And I had told him a few times nicely, and finally had to say, you're fired. You're out of the kitchen. You don't treat the kitchen nicely. It's a community area. Okay, and the whole reason I bring this up as an example is because the harmony. I could have just done it and cleaned it up for him. True. But then I am creating a precedence that I am his maid and that I will always clean up. And that's not good, because if he does that outside of the home, you know, people are not going to put up with him. So as a mother should, who coaches and guides, remember, parents are not maids and servants to the children. We are coaches and guides and teachers, mentors. So I had to make a decision of how I was going to approach this. And since I already had told him nicely several times, I had to make a decision saying, okay, do I say this nice, or do I make a big fiasco of it? Because obviously me saying it nice was not being understood. And unfortunately, we always, you know, people think, oh gosh, she just flipped a lid. They always forget when people have told them something nicely several times, but they'll never forget when the person flips. And that person usually flips because it is the umpteenth time they've said something. So my whole point of the law of harmony, I know, is that I had to decide to create a disharmonious situation, environment, to get to the harmony, okay? And I actually had to contemplate that and see if it was worth it, and hopefully it was, unfortunately, you know. But anyway, this is all about the universal law of harmony, and I hope that was an example that you can apply. Do know, excuse me, that I do love my son very much. I bring him up a lot because he is you know, he is a treasure, not mine, but he is a beautiful treasure of the universe. And I was very lucky to be able to have interact with him in this lifetime. Well, it hasn't been the first, but in that he allows me to share experiences, you know, about our lives in reality with you guys. So anyway, if you liked any part of this video, give me a thumbs up, subscribe, tell other people too. And I have other videos regarding astrology. I am back. I was out doing a detox. I like to call it a detox because well, it is a detox. I'm still detoxing and juicing, and but I had I guess you could say a precedence. I had some. I don't use the phrase fighting cancer because I dissolved. Okay, the tumors. The reason I say that is because there's always cancer cells in our body. It's what we feed into our body that is going to exaggerate or exasperate the situation more. So we have that choice. You cannot fight it, cannot get it out completely, but you can change the lifestyle. And so that's what I did. Even though I had changed my lifestyle eating years ago, I never detoxed and cleansed the body. Okay, like a major tune-up, you know, major oil change. You know, just putting new oil doesn't cleanse out the engine. Always remember that. Anyway, that's enough. So this is Nereida La Sirena with Celestial Soul Wellness. Please look up on the website. If you are interested in any of the services, please use the phrase YouTube for special because I'm giving a special of 30% off on anything that says YouTube under special instructions for the prices. Okay? So again, if you liked any of this, thumbs up, share with other people. Remember, I'm also wedding officiant. I love doing weddings. Oh my gosh, and I'm doing them so cheap this year of 2018. My goal is to do at least 50 weddings. So if you know anybody, se habla español et je parle français aussi. Okay, so tell people I'm only doing it for $100, which is so cheap. Okay, the actual ceremony for only $100. By the way, my son and also my other cousins, depending on the area, okay, we are all ministers and ordained ministers and here for you. Okay, so contact us at our website, info@celestialsoulwellness.com or info@nereidalasirena.com. And or on Facebook, Sirena's Wellbeing, Instagram also, Sirena's Wellbeing. I'm on WhatsApp, okay? And let's see here. All donations are welcome, you know. Give to our group, and we are very, very thankful. Anyway, chasito.